One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude. Shut up! Yo. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. Yeah, not
Better
too
for
bad.
this.
Sorry?
I'm better now for this.
Today's
been a hard case one, and I'm like, I know all week's been a brutal one, but today felt perfect for like, oh, let's go talk some shit.
Yeah, bro. Cold one of an evening.
Yeah, bro.
Few
It's
wild stories.
in Wellies.
Miserable.
Yeah, all day, bro. It was like just enough cockteas of a sun to let the rain, just freezing all day. And like, because there's no buildies out in the wild. Well, sorry.
What are they hibernating?
They must be. Or, well, yeah, I don't know. Normally I have enough shit in the morning to like pick up and run around. And if I start at 7, by 8, I'm hot. But nah, there ain't no motion in the forest, cuz. Yeah. How have you been?
I've been good, bro. Been busying myself. I went for a job interview at Lockheed Martin.
And how did this go?
It was pretty weird.
I bet.
Yeah, it was on a secure military base.
How many legs does Dick Cheney have in real life?
That was one of the test questions. Yeah, it's 2. It is 2. Yeah, that was interesting. There was a whole thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a job for Lockheed Martin on a military base. Bro, one of the job interview questions that they asked was, why Lockheed Martin? And I went, you're not Boeing? And it got a huge laugh. And they didn't ask me any follow-up questions. So that's good.
Brilliant.
There's that secure military base. There's a certain map library there. You know what I'm talking about when I say that?
Yeah, bro.
Patreon.com/shutupdudenz if you want to know.
Northhead.
Yeah. That one of my leads points to a map library on that base.
Yeah,
and I'm just saying.
If someone wanted to find it, I bet it's 2 guys named Lockheed and Martin. My week has been so almost just normal sort of problems. Just work and trucks and transport and or any of the issues were just organic as sort of normal.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about. But that doesn't mean that the world wasn't going bananas.
There has been interesting stuff in the world, man.
I got a real funny one for you straight out of the gate.
Come
on. What's Professor Arsehole? No, Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, bro. What about him?
Did you know a few years back they made a Predator game from the movie where you could be Predator and one of the skins is Dr. Disrespect? So it's like him, like
I knew he was in. He was in Fortnite or something, right? But I didn't know he was in a game called Predator.
Yeah, and it's him stealthing through the trees.
He's a playable character.
Yeah, but so the movie Predator, it's that character, but the skin is Dr. Disrespect. So he's picking people up and ripping their spines out and seeing through walls and shit. And the menu scene, and it's just Dr. Disrespect, like, next to Predator. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Spoke it into being.
I mean, he certainly is a predator.
Oh, it's just too funny. Just the, and keeping in terms of that sort of shit, did you see the kids at the uni where David Seymour rocked in and these fellas showed up with megaphones being like, Snapchat's 14-year-olds. And
really? Heroes.
Yeah, bro.
That's great. That's free speech, David.
Someone put up on Twitter like, great to see someone like David Seymour getting booed out of Vic because of this. And the ACT Party were like, why do you gotta lie? And so now there's just all these videos of David Seymour awkwardly being like, if this was fair, he'd give me the megaphone.
Yeah. He's this big, like, I'm such a free speech guy that the government should never comment on, like, people's use of free speech basically at all. That's all he does now.
He's called
Why are you saying that?
He's called himself an old school lefty.
Great. Oh, I fucking love when these guys do that. fuck, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, but now there's like, all the videos of him at the beer pong thing. Yeah, they're all on.
Like inappropriately carousing with younger folk. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, like, yeah.
His there's a particular name suppression order that's about to be lifted on August 19th. This poor wretch who's he's had to fight the state and the media to retain his name suppression, and he's well, if you imagine a dork, right, like a goofy shortwave radio enthusiast whose penis no one will touch. If you imagine just whoever you have in your head. That person would text minors, you would think. Well, just imagine what his boss might have been up to, right?
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
That's what I like about it. I think it's so funny. And it's even funnier that they, like, as a political group, ran to the mum and dad, the Crown, and were like, they're going to do this thing, and it's going to be real stink just for me. And the Crown was like, well, just fucking play nice, you guys.
Yeah.
Stop it. And everyone's like, fine. And then as soon as mum and dad turn around and it's like, and we all start pointing, you're that fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening with that. Yeah.
This is New Zealand's Hunter Biden laptop story.
Dude, not even has that guy's boss probably done some weird shit or ex-boss, whatever the fuck. No. Hey, I'm just guessing. Just guessing. Comedy podcast, all jokes, folks.
Yeah, it's
just
all
jokes.
satire, bro.
Just
jokes. None of this is real.
But like you got that level it's happening. His level it's happening. Snapchatting, and the vice president of Young Act has quit because no one will listen to her claims of sexual harassment.
Is that what she said?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. And I don't know who that involves, but that's every level of a child's touch. I mean, act. Yeah,
yeah, bro.
It's fucking
totally
ridiculous.
From the top down.
But there's people just climbing all out of anywhere to defend it. Like, there's nothing dodgy. Nothing dodgy.
That's fine. Dr. Disrespect, David Seymour, all totally fine. No problems.
Yeah, it's just hard case to me.
They are fighting against the groomers. What part of this don't you get?
Yeah, like, accuse the other side of what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Especially at this point.
It is so fucking wild to be like a protect our kids guy and then Dr. Disrespect and David Seymour encrypted chatting with minors and you go,
just to have that angle though of like, not even, bro, doesn't that follow Snapchat kids? And you're like, well, you know, it's not that. It's not that. It's, doesn't that follow Snapchat kids? And they're like, fuck you, you fucking dick, no. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a level of aggression that I reserve for other topics.
Would you
not
rather
defending guys?
Would you rather a drag queen read your kid a story in a public library or David Seymour was Snapchatting your kid?
Yeah, hard. Glitterous.
What the fuck, dude?
Nah, bring on Glitterous and all the other drag queens. Yeah. Nah, fuck yeah. It's insane. What about the guy from Disney's Church? The one that got done recently for touching up someone?
The guy that Tamaki looks up to or whatever, or somebody else?
Other way around.
Oh, yeah.
The guy,
whatever,
he's in Tamaki's circle. Yeah, he's had more shit come out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, what, like it wasn't the only time he'd done it?
Yeah. Shock horror, right?
My goodness.
Oh, it's too funny. And all this shit's going on in New Zealand while old Luxburger's hanging out in fucking DC. Like,
Yeah. Schmoozin'.
I hope fuck he goes up to Biden, and Biden's just like, Cindy, you look like shit. Lux gonna kill himself if that happened.
That'd be great. He's nowhere near as tall as Cindy. That's crazy.
Yeah, true. I got a few of those fucking ones, like the New Zealand government going nuts while Luxburger runs around the States. Why are you at the NATO thing?
When he's running wild, bro. Well, why is Luxo at NATO?
Yeah. We're not part of NATO.
It's all just, for him, it's all just PR.
Yeah.
He's doing the same as when he was a CEO. It's handshakes,
just
photo ops.
So dumb.
Yeah, bro. Whatever. You wanted somebody who's not the COVID guys, and you have him.
Yeah.
You got Flim Flam guys. And
I love
whatever,
though that
that's who you got.
all the steel beanies are fucked off because he met with Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people are like, as if how did you not see this?
This
coming?
is the guy out of everyone in that building.
Yeah.
He's the most likely to meet with Larry Fink.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
bro.
you, yeah.
Okay, you can be
I love
mad,
it.
but you should have known this.
Dude, but hey, you know, like the 5G cell towers are trying to eat my brain. And
Yeah,
COVID
they're cooking-
shots trying
cooking
to
my lunch,
put
dude.
microchips in me.
Mhm.
But this Luxon guy is going to get us out of the shit Cindy put us in. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's met with BlackRock. And you just watch the soul die in some of these people because
Yeah.
they really trusted that one of these fucking dickheads was going to save us. That's a hilarious leap to be from the cell phone tower hurts my brain
Yeah.
to Chris Luxon will save me. That's how did you fall for all this shit? But sorry, not you. You came up with your own conclusion here,
Yeah.
but you've fallen for this crap.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, and it goes like him meeting with the BlackRock guy is just the largest and most public version of what he's doing from the top down. He's a business guy.
Dude.
All these, it's hand in glove with the private sector. That's what you guys wanted, I think.
It looked like
just
they wanted it.
just didn't want COVID that bad. Like just didn't want the COVID government. I mean,
It's
Bro,
just
it's everywhere.
dude,
Everywhere's flipped.
It's just easier to get fucked by someone who's like, "Oh, did I fuck you? My bad. I was too busy fucking everything." As opposed to the ones who's like, "Oh, does that hurt? Sorry, are you okay? I really like you." You're like, just get the other guy in here. And that must be it. You just way rather get fucked by something that doesn't care as opposed to something that's genuinely like, sorry, I got to do this, but this is the way it's going to happen. Like,
I would never have thought of it in those terms.
I don't know why I have, but it seems really fucking appropriate.
Pretty weird.
Yeah. Speaking of fucking people over in real weird terms, do you know
Oh God, no! I told you not to talk about. No.
Darlene Tana?
Yeah.
Where the fuck have you been, lady?
What do you mean? Where has she been?
It's been like 110 days or some shit since that bitch got in trouble, and
Yeah.
she's just like, "Oh, sorry." Just kept it. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, you're getting money. You're getting paid the whole
Yeah,
time.
she doesn't have to give up her seat.
That's so
yeah.
dumb.
So she's been done for some kind of crookery. Yeah.
Yeah, exploitation of migrants.
Oh yeah, it's her husband
Husband's
exploited
business.
him.
Yeah. But her knowing about it or something.
Yeah.
But this investigative report has cost all this money, and we know nothing
Sure.
about it.
Yeah. It's the same with the Uffendale report, man. Like they're not gonna,
Yeah, well, it'd be cool if all these politicians could stop committing crimes.
that would be good.
Like the New
I would
Zealand
prefer
First
that,
Lady,
yeah.
what's her name? Fucking Costanza.
It's George Costanza.
Yeah, George Costanza, and she was like,
She was forced to apologize because she acted, quote, contrary to the law. Now, I know what happens if you or I act contrary to the law, but apparently this is okay. So she got an OAA request to see, Official Information Act.
just what's at the end of this? What starts, the Seinfeld music or the Curb Your Enthusiasm? Because it's one of those.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
She got done for. Oh, so she didn't get done. People
No.
just recognized that her actions were
Yeah,
not
and
legal.
then she was like,
Right, so it's an OIA to see what communications you had around advice around changing the smoking rules, right? So we were going to be smoke-free. It was going to be like if you were born after 2009, you're never allowed to buy cigarettes. And they were going to reduce the amount of nicotine in cigarettes by 95%, and they were going to reduce the amount of retailers by 90%. All this anti-smoking stuff that they brought in, and the Conservatives came in and flipped it all. And there was an OIA request for George Costanza saying, give us all the advice you received, and they just didn't supply it, which you're not allowed to do. Now, when they did supply it, it included correspondence that said that she had pitched freezing the excise tax raises. When she was asked about that in public, she's like, I've never had discussions like that. But when they finally turned over these Official Information Act requests, she had been proposing that they do that. Like Chris Bishop is a former tobacco lobbyist. Like they went in, like you can say what you want about the liberals' ethics, and you might be right about some of it, but they couldn't be bought off by the tobacco lobby, or at least in as much as they was things like 90%, 95%, absolute ban after this year. But whatever, we've got the pro-business guys, right?
just crimes though. Like, oh man, I can't believe that party. That party makes sense. There'd be some weird lady out for herself. The fellow at the top's mining. I wouldn't be surprised to see him with a shovel. You know, it's yeah, I get it. I see what's going on here. Yeah, and these fellas keep fucking touching kids or doing something dodgy that makes me not want you in charge.
They're grooming them,
Yeah,
at least. Yeah.
Well, at least we can always count on the stop stealing. Why are you exploiting migrants? Like, you're supposed to be the good guys.
You have enough money to not shoplift.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Yeah, but that's just so upsetting. Like, at least you can always count on the dudes that have that fella that smashed up a young guy with a bed leg at school because he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, we know those guys. I remember those guys from school. Fuck
no,
that
but
guy.
you're forgetting about the red guys, Labour, who they got that guy who said that everybody had to stay home during COVID, and he went to the fucking beach.
Yeah. That's,
God fucking damn it.
Yeah,
it's all these cunts.
All of these cunts. Yeah. That's no.
At least it's at least some proportion of all of these cunts.
It's just gutting. I wonder how you get it out. Like, the whole of New Zealand can decide. Like, if you want to be a politician, you have to do a beep test as well.
Yeah.
You know, like we've talked before about physical tests for politicians or for office.
We should prove that if you have to take one to go into the military, why don't you have to take one to make the rules? Like a cognitive test and a fitness test.
Or we'll give you like...
Hey, if you can't run this distance and climb over these obstacles, you're not capable of taking care of your own body.
Yeah.
And therefore, you're not going to make decisions for the rest of us.
Like, I'm not allowed
Shane Jones,
I'm not allowed to say
fuck.
this at work.
Yeah.
But if I walk through my workplace with a smoke hanging out my mouth, that's a bad look because smoking is unhealthy. Mm-hmm. I can't tell anybody else they're a fat cunt.
No.
Hey.
No, this
but that's unhealthy, and I don't like seeing unhealthy things. You make me uncomfortable to be around. I couldn't say that.
Yeah, cardiovascular disease kills more people than smoking.
Yeah, but like, oh, you're not supposed to smoke. It's like, do you want to come to Macca's and we'll yell at fat cunts? Like, you can't do that. Apparently, you can't. Like, I don't think anything's really stopping you.
It's not polite.
And what are they going to do? Chase you? Yeah, but you get my point. That it's just that bullshit double. You can just say this and not mean it.
Yeah, one rule for me.
Let's deviate from government dickheads just for a slight second.
What, corporate dickheads? Religious dickheads?
Bontel shaker, cuz.
I don't know what that is. What's a Bontel shaker?
Bontel shaker is that, remember she was the reporter lady, blonde chick that was at the government on the lawn thing.
Bontel shaker. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
her.
there.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Did you see her road rage incident?
She's a parliament protest lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she does like weird fucking cooker news.
Cooker influencer?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. But did you see her road rage incident?
I think I saw a windscreen get stomped on.
Yeah, that's it.
But I don't know what motivated it.
Yeah, Bontel reckons
that... Bontel being a huge cunt?
Well, she doesn't have that part on film. But what's happened is she reckons she saw this car overtake someone, like, didn't merge properly real badly, and the dude had to swerve. And then they, like, tailgated her hard out. And somehow the video is her pulling up this driveway to where this car's parked. Two chicks jump out of it, run over, one climbs on and stomps the fucking windscreen. Tells her to fuck off. And she's like, sort of tries to get out of the car. They kick the door. She hops back in the car, reverses out. The whole time filming on her phone.
While she's driving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this happens, and she reverses out, still filming. And then takes off and tells everyone that she was attacked by these two girls, which we can clearly see on camera.
Is that the way she phrased it, or does she have more colourful language for these individuals?
She phrased it pretty well because she's clearly fishing to get a bit of shit here. But she reckons she had someone threw a rock at her car previous to this, and that's why she was following, was to get their number plate and stuff.
Right.
But she had her 8-month-old baby in the car. But in the footage... she doesn't make a single noise.
The baby doesn't make a noise.
Neither Bontel or the baby.
Oh, right. So it's just... Can you catch the rear view or anything, bro? Like
two chicks run up and smash
it's just
a
video of a car getting stomped and there's no evidence it's Bontel or her baby?
Well, Bontel reckons it's her and she posted it. But if somebody...
The things she says are generally true, I assume.
But if someone kicked in your fucking windscreen while your baby's in the car, you'd probably not stay
Probably
silent,
flip out,
you
right?
probably flip the fuck out,
I don't
even
know.
in any direction.
I don't know, but you can't say how someone's going to act in that
Nah,
situation.
but you probably
though.
drop your phone. Like,
No, I
you
don't
wouldn't
know.
keep that focused and
No, I'm not
record
gonna-
the entire time as you
Look,
yeah.
If Bontel is a proper cooker, I don't respect that, but I'm not going to say just because she reacted weird in an intense situation
Well,
that
the
necessarily...
thing is, people are trying to work out like what happened. and
Yeah.
piece it together. Is
Can
she
we
or
watch the
shit?
video?
Yeah, probably easy enough.
Producer Giswaldi, can you get that up, bro?
Yeah,
You're not... Bontel Shaker isn't going to find it, no.
no, it's not. The weird part is like I watched it and was just like, yeah, fucking. Sometimes don't follow people and corner them. Like that's what I thought.
I would
didn't
think
give a
if
fuck.
you're in a road rage incident, look at your 8-month-old baby in the car and
think
fucking
about it.
pull over and like
Dude,
stop doing what
Yeah,
you're doing.
But
dude.
even if you're like driving to get their number plate, you've
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
You don't need to pull in where they are. You don't know who's in that fucking car.
No, absolutely not.
That's my
Dude, if your
thought.
child's in your car, you shouldn't be having a chase with anybody.
I wouldn't even be going anywhere near it. Yeah, that's definitely not the name. Yeah.
It's Chantel. I think it's
Yeah.
Chantelle.
Chantelle.
Yeah, you got-
and then go down
yeah.
2. There we go. There you go. But
Shocking video.
like yeah, it's pretty aggressive the way these chicks do it.
Sure.
But yeah, there's so many things wrong with it.
Hmm.
Unless you were a fucking weird influencer no one had heard on for a while.
Yeah.
So decided to.
She opens her door just to say fuck off to her. Okay, but I mean, it's weird that she doesn't say anything, but whatever.
Still nothing. Keep
Yeah.
filming. Keep filming. Still.
If you were driving in Regular around 2 hours ago, around 1 o'clock on Saturday,
Cheers.
Nice makeup.
Yeah.
It just cuts to her, who hasn't made any sound during the car, with a very low cut top and
Done up to
done
fuck.
up, hard out. That's funny.
Yeah. And then proceeds to.
You could pay somebody $20 to do that, bro.
Easy. Yeah.
Get your windscreen fixed yourself.
I know of like a couple people.
Flip
who
the
I could
conspiracy
easily-
theory. Oh my goodness.
I know a couple people who are going hard on Twitter right now that it's all shit. And
Yeah. If she's a conspiracy theorist, we should just say we don't believe her.
Exactly.
Right?
But
Yeah.
she has automatically used this as a platform to be like, and this is why we need equal rights. And like,
Did it quickly turn into a race thing? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, dude. Weird, eh?
Interesting how that happens.
interesting as.
Mm.
And then now there's some weird thing that like some Māori representative from some place there, the two girls are a part of, have gone to the police being like, yo, can we drop this? Like, this is what's happened, and now no one knows what's going on. But
Right.
it's presented to the New Zealand public like we just watched it. It's very strange.
Yeah. If you chase somebody in your car and they park somewhere they can't get out of and you pull in with your car facing them,
Yeah.
that's self-defense at that point, right?
bro. I'm pretty sure it is.
At least a bit. Can't get in too much trouble.
And if you're like, drive yourself into danger with a baby in your car
Yeah.
and try to be like, they're being dangerous, I
Yeah.
think it automatically should default to, no, you are.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were being dangerous there.
Yeah.
You could have easily not done that. But hey, Bontel Shaker.
Yeah,
there
bro.
you go.
I had to
The-
chill out on my road rage because one time I got to an intersection and my son, who was like 2, we pulled up and we were stopped for a bit. He was like, "Go!" Oh fuck! Can't be this guy. I better get a rein on that.
Better pull that in quick.
I got a little bit of news.
Yeah, there you go.
I have boing news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Maybe I'll drop a stinger here, and maybe I won't. We don't know anymore. I tried again to get a soundboard working, and it's still an abject failure. Whatever. The boing news is that they're pleading out. I think I erroneously said on this podcast that they had a 3-month probation deal or whatever. It was 3 years, and that door panel, the door plug.
Oh, and
that
they had
blew
to be
off-
good boys?
Bro, it was 2 days before the end of a 3-year period.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that
They had
happened.
to be good boys the whole time,
Okay.
though.
So they're entering a guilty plea, which means they'll be convicted, but all the sordid details won't come out. So shit won't be presented to a jury. Like all their worst shit won't be hung out in front of everybody. They can also, because they're pleading, somehow that means they can kind of negotiate their own punishment a little bit. But this time, they get another 3 years of probation. They have to pay $500 million to the government. Well, you've already paid $250, so just another $250. Boing will also now be a convicted felon, which means that
It can't vote.
well, you wish.
It
States,
doesn't need to vote.
states and agencies are no longer allowed to do business with Boing unless they sign a waiver that means they still can. Right? Same thing happened with the U.S. Air Force in like 2004. They found Boeing selling like national defense sensitive stuff to hostile countries. And they were like, you guys are in fucking trouble. And they convicted them. And the U.S. Air Force wasn't allowed to buy Boeing stuff anymore. So they signed a waiver so that they can still buy stuff off the criminal organization. So each state will individually have to do that. Each state that wants to buy Boeing stuff and each agency
Brilliant.
and whatever will individually have to go, well.
That's ridiculous.
So,
I'm not surprised. Like, it makes sense.
yeah, I would say that a waiver like that kind of reduces to ash and dust the attempt to get justice for the
pretty
lives
quickly.
of 346 people. But whatever. We should bet on whether the Boeing astronauts come back alive.
Those guys are dead, bro.
You reckon?
Nah, it's just funny to say.
You can, because they can leave that. It's got helium leaks,
I
so it
guarantee-
won't have helium forever, and it can't safely get back without it.
Now they're having to rent NASA's cloning machines and be like, no, here they come.
Here they
They're
are.
showing-
We've
yeah.
just picked up their capsule from the ocean.
Yeah.
It's
And then
them.
when they walk out of the spaceship, as they come back, it's just going to be like, oh, it's just the shock of being on Earth can be quite hard. You guys wouldn't know.
They've got a really difficult choice to make. They're not going to get the spaceship working because that's what they should have done when it was on Earth. So they're not going to be able to get the spaceship working properly. They're going to have to either fund a rescue mission for these astronauts or like back themselves and be like 85% chance we get back okay.
Bro,
Fucking
I hope
show of hands.
I hope
who in
I'll-
this room thinks we should just fucking roll the
whoever's
dice.
in charge of that mission, I reckon that guy gets to work every day a little bit more pissed off because he's got a voicemail at 4:30 being like, "Do you want me to do it? Do you need a hand?" And it's just Elon every day trying to ring up and talk shit.
Oh, probably.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd love the idea that these super dicks were just fucking being
Be
geeks.
dicks to each other,
Geeks
make
to
each
each-
other's lives a nightmare at least. Now, that'd be cool if there wasn't so much collateral damage for people like us, you know?
Yeah, well, you want to make an omelet, bro.
Yeah.
break-
You
have to break
that's
a
what
million
yeah,
eggs.
bro. To make the omelet of one billionaire spiting another billionaire, we have to break the eggs of our lives getting worse.
Yeah,
I know how things are, bro.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying it's how it is.
Yeah.
There's not much we can do about it.
I suppose.
We're doing it. This is our attempt to fight back.
That's so depressing.
It's upsetting ass. Should we have a break?
Yeah, bro. Inspirational. Hey, are you sure that plane looks so
Boeing. Don't say it's not safe.
Welcome to the Cooked Astronauts podcast. I'm Izzy.
I'm Elvis.
Do you have more news? Or we got
A little
what
bit.
stuff you've been
A little bit.
into?
This isn't necessarily news. Yeah, it is, I guess. It's just interesting sort of thing. What do you reckon of this charter school thing?
I'd like someone to explain to me how it's not a scam.
Yeah, same. That's where I'm at.
So the charter school, the way it works is normally the government funds the school and they provide minimum standards of education. The charter school is they don't have to adhere to those standards and they fund themselves and also the government gives them money.
Yeah.
Can you just explain the last part though?
Yeah. How
What's
is
that last
not
part?
A scam, eh?
Yeah. I've never heard a cogent argument for why that's not a scam. If you have one, reach out.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
Because at the moment it doesn't seem to be one.
Yeah. Like, it would all make sense on paper if we didn't also give them
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cool is. It just seems very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially coming from the dude Snapchatting kids.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Saying we
The
should
Minister of Regulations, dude. Oh, yeah.
fucking regulate this cunt. Like, yeah. Yeah, that was one of the things I just thought was fucked up. But also, just because this is new for me, and you're going to say I told you so, I used to listen to the rock radio on the way to work sometimes and on the way home sometimes when
Okay.
I'm not hate listening ZB.
Yeah.
I just put the rock on. And to be honest, I like the fellas having the yarns more
Okay.
than I like the music.
Interesting.
Occasionally I'll hear songs, but over time, shit like Pearl Jam, Kings of Leon,
Mm.
I've grown to just hate them
I
because I
understand.
don't want to hear them when you finish work. It's
Yeah.
like, it's almost like the ringing the bell and the dogs Pavlovian or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
The
That's
pudding,
right.
yeah, the pudding came up with it. That thing, it's like as soon as I get in my truck and I hear one of those fucking songs, I'm like, fuck. Well, now I have the rock in my workspace.
Mhm.
I don't have to hear the Mitre 10 radio,
Right.
which was
But
aggravating.
you do get Kings of Leon and Pearl Jam.
Fuck, bro. It's way worse. Do you know who I'm just suddenly, the last couple of days, I've grown to just fucking despise?
Can I guess?
Go.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
No.
Shit.
Music-wise.
Oh, Katy Perry? I don't know.
No, this is all on the rock, yeah.
On the
Clown.
rock. Who you learn to despise him recently?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Dave,
like-
Dave Draymond or something?
Nah, bro, it's fucking Silverchair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
but,
never
like,
had that, though. I always thought...
They were
yeah.
15, bro. Like, don't.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I'm not... Like, it's alien weaponry comes out of Australia.
Yeah, bro,
like, I
for
get
sure.
it.
That's, yeah.
I used to like it. I used to think it was fine.
Sure.
But I fucking hear the start of that song now, bro, pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sorry, Daniel
Which one?
Johns or John Daniels or whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah.
Something about the year 2000. And then,
Oh, that's a stinker.
yeah, and then
No,
there's...
they're not all stinkers.
No, they've got some
Yeah.
great songs, bro. This is what I mean. I've never, ever had this problem. But now that I hear them every fucking day.
Yeah.
And Enter Sandman every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every day's too much. And
Bro.
that's the problem with all those radio stations.
it is, considering just how much is out there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that it's just still the same shit every day.
Do you have any kind of pull around there? You've got enough that you're off Mitre 10 radio. Could you make that second step to some kind of Spotify or whatever?
No.
No?
Nah, probably not. Because of the diverse nature of what everybody there would want to listen to.
Here's what you do. You take those artists and you just play albums of those artists.
You gonna
so you
do
got
that?
no ads and you're not just hearing the same
Nah.
fuck.
I don't even know if
30
anybody at
songs.
my work has bothered to pay for Spotify.
Yeah. You'd imagine not, right? They'll have their own thing.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. But no, we don't do that. It's, yeah. I always have my phone with me, calls-wise, so I don't think anyone else would be bothered to do it.
Mm.
But just, yeah, having to hear the rock
You're
all
probably the
time.
only one who's bothered by it too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other musos in the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They bothered?
Well, it's T1000.
Yeah, is he bothered?
He sings along to whatever's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. Two of the biggest, strongest cunts I know, bro, and they work just like, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. Why do the like biggest, strongest, nicest guys we know also happen to have inner peace? It's so frustrating to me. Like,
I reckon it's probably the enormous genitals. It's got to be related.
at a certain point, it's like you're coming at me, though. You know?
No, I'm not. You're Chinese.
No, not you. Them.
Oh, bro, I hate them. Yeah, they're the nicest, awesomest guys that will help you no matter what. And it's like, oh, what are you up to later? And they're like, oh, probably just go help some people. And you're like, oh, shut up, eh?
You're supposed to. You're supposed to have flaws.
Yeah.
It's a basic rule of storytelling. The
Yeah.
characters have to have flaws.
Yeah, not these cunts, eh?
Well,
Walk around doing superhuman shit all bloody day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that's why it makes me hate the rock more, or Mitre 10 radio,
Mhm.
because you're standing next to someone who's just like, push the button. And you're like, fuck! Pushing my fucking buttons, mate. I got a double-ended here.
Uh-huh.
One of them's just like, yeah, gutted. This story shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other one's just funny. A Christchurch dad took his kid to the park, and like, he said it's time to go, and the kid was like, nah. He's like, I'll teach him a lesson, and drove off.
How old's the kid?
Like 8, I think it was.
Okay.
And was like, I'll just drive off and, sort of scare him and come back.
Mm.
Well, he comes back, bro, and there's this old Indian man with him, like holding his hand. And he jumps out of his car, flies up, like, what the fuck, you trying to take my kid? And the kid's like, nah, he's trying to help. Like, and he just pushes this old man over, grabs his kid, takes him back to where his kid lives, like at his ex's house or some shit.
Okay.
He's so rocked up, bro. He flies back there to find this old cunt, and the dude's sort of cruising off, and he's like, you trying to abduct my fucking kid? The dude's, no, I'm not doing that. It's just trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
And the fella King hit him, bro. And he hit him, and he fell over. Head bounced off the concrete, dead.
Yo.
Yeah, and apparently, it's like this fella just got too rocked the fuck up.
Was he all rocked up about the idea that there was like pedophiles and sex traffickers everywhere, bro?
Who knows? Because
do you reckon if we looked at that guy's,
probably a chance
if we looked at his Twitter posts, what kind of things do you think we would see?
Yeah, it's probably something related, something that arced him up enough.
Can we have a super sleuth get on that, bro? Can you please?
Didn't
track
have
that
his
down?
name or anything.
No, but we could leave him a trail of breadcrumbs. Benjamin Franklin, can you can you try find what he's talking about and hopefully get that guy's social media so we can see like if he was like a fucking total weirdo who like subscribes to all this weird fear mongering.
It just is such a gutting way for some. Like that sounds like the start of a apocalyptic movie.
The smashing someone real hard who's obviously not going to hit you back, and they fall down and hit their head and die.
Yeah.
It happens, bro.
Yeah,
Happened
bro.
to Jacob Pastorius.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. I mean, he was being a total cunt, but that's what happened to him.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's unfortunate that in this situation, it's like that destroys so many lives because one cunt couldn't let it go.
Yeah.
It's probably some form of radicalization,
Fuck,
bro.
he went back. Like, yeah, he didn't even.
You got your kid.
Yeah, bro.
And he pushed the dude over.
Go back and call the cops.
Apparently, the kid reckons that he was just trying to. He found him crying, and was like, "Let's find your dad."
Yeah.
And as they were walking, got to the bus stop, and the car pulled up, and the kid was like, "That's my dad." And the fellow was like, "Well, don't go on the road."
Yeah.
And like was gonna take him over, and this dude just lost his fucking shit. Nah, that's not it, bro. Nah. Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
I
that's
just
pretty
feel
wild.
fucked up for everybody involved in that fucking thing. It just seems so bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty terrible.
The thing that was funny in this other story, like, because I wanted to swing this the fuck background.
Sure.
Fucking, what did I write his name? Oh, Jordo Benzo Peter Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a tweet from him that I saw today, bro.
Tell
Carry
me
on.
your one. It might be related.
Yeah, bro. Here we go. He posted this. What date is it? Date of recording. Yeah, bro. This is today. Hey, new Nazi troll rats. Anonymously trumpeting your anti-Semitism doesn't rescue you from your mother's basement, or from the demon of resentment, or make you more attractive to the women who take one look at you and shudder, and rightly bloody so. Look at the fucking paragraph structure of this. And this is not a fake. I'm on his account. You are despicable bottom-rung cowards. Using Gaza, Hamas as camouflage for your detestable cluster B psychopathy, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and of course, sadism.
Holy shit.
I've got your number, you pathetic tantrum toddlers. You don't even have the courage of genuine bullies. You Cheeto dust-covered, sweat-stained white t-shirt, hide behind your mommy's skirt scum. Disgust is wasted on you.
Left. That's fucking
A
insane.
crazy person writes this.
Yeah, click that. Extensions. Yeah.
But
Sorry.
it's because he courts this hard right audience,
Dots. Yes.
and then he likes Israel. So there's a conflict.
On all sites. Sorry.
That's okay. there's a conflict because he courts this hard right kind of manosphere audience, but then he backs Israel. And a lot of those guys don't like that so much,
Well, somebody else on the internet that people think is a dick.
Here's your replies. Nick Fuentes, Andrew Tate.
Dude. Andrew Tate put up a thing saying Israel...
Saying, I can suck my own cock. I do it when I'm sexting with guys pretending to be a cam whore.
He put up a tweet saying Israel tried to buy me, and I said no.
No, I let the International Alliance of Muslim countries buy me.
So Jordo started, he retweeted it and attacked Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
To which all these other fellas started being like, you work at the Daily Wire, man. You're just mad that they bought you. Like,
which one of them works at the Daily Wire?
Jordo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's...
neither answer would have surprised me. But
yeah, that's what's hard case, though, is like Peterson started going at Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Oh, because he's not part of he doesn't support Israel more and harder enough.
Oh, no. It's because Andrew Tate's daughter, Jordan's daughter, went and hung out with Andrew Tate.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And they're like sitting around smoking cigars and shit. And because Andrew Tate is such a bad guy, he's mad now. Because everybody on the internet is like, yeah, Andrew Tate fucked your daughter, bro. She went to Romania and everything. He flew her out.
I'm stunned by this revelation.
Yeah, I seen all this today. But yeah, Pedo's going like, fuck you, Andrew.
Oh, man.
I just didn't see Jordan Pete trying to fucking get into it with Andrew Tate for hanging out with his daughter.
Right, I hadn't seen
because
any
he's
of
not
that.
saying it's because of his daughter.
Do you reckon that's why he's...
It's 100%
You
why.
reckon that's why he's spazzing?
I reckon Peterson watches all of the ratchet shit that happens on the internet.
Yeah.
And he tries to keep up and understand, and he can't, and he gets mad, and now, once again, he's in it. It's like when he saw that Chinese milking farm.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's real, and it's happening to men.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and he's crying about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think someone sent him a video being like, oh, look, your daughter's hanging out with Tatey.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, find something to hate him about.
That Tate doesn't like Israel, so...
There we go.
Yeah.
It's weird that Jordan does. But
he works for the Daily Wire.
that's
I
why
think.
he does.
Yeah,
I think
they
he's
kind of
just
go hand in hand a
suddenly
little
decided
bit.
he's now into it.
Yeah. Turns out if you want to collect a paycheck from Ben Shapiro, you need to be pro-Israel.
Yeah.
Candace Owens is proof of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she got ditched.
Yeah. It's not like, nothing else about her got her fired. It was just when that came up.
That was just that.
Yeah. I've been doing a deep dive on this temu. Do you know about temu? Take your time.
You mean that ridiculous, it's like Wish?
When it first popped up, and if you searched sunglasses, you'd get 2 temu ads and then other results. And if you searched sunglasses, the warehouse, you'd get 4 temu ads and then the warehouse. Their marketing was so fucking aggressive. And I kind of knew it was a scam right away. Seeing that method of advertising.
Why is it a scam?
It doesn't make it a scam. It just means advertising works, right? It works on who it works on, but it does work. That's why advertising cigarettes is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
It works. Yeah, dude. So you gotta be careful. So I needed earbuds to listen to this podcast, which is what I do. No, I don't listen to it.
Anyway.
I need earbuds, and I don't care. I'll get cheap Chinese ones, and I load up Wish and Temu to do a side-by-side. It's the same chintzy crap on both websites, but Temu, before you can even look at anything, they spin this wheel, and you can't get out of it. And you click it, and it's like, we're giving you $100. I'm like, well, I mean, I know what a scam is. I don't have to know exactly the nature of this. And I'm trying to get out of this. And then it's click this button within 3 seconds for free delivery, and it ticks down. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're like...
it does all the pokies tricks and stuff.
You're not the target market, bro.
No, I know, but it's...
it's ratchet, it's happening.
I mean, whatever.
Did you know...
But they've become the biggest...
Did you know, fucking TikTok ads. Like if you've got X amount of followers on TikTok, Temu
Okay.
will sponsor you. So
Oh, yeah.
there's just all sorts of Kiwis now
Sure.
on TikTok being like, use my promo code and you get all this free shit.
Their marketing bill, $1.7 billion in 2023, $3 billion in 2024. Okay.
So it's working.
They make around $13 billion globally in 2023 and still incur a loss of $3.65 billion. So this is a company rather, that is, well, I mean, it's directed by the Chinese government, but they are growing, getting larger and larger, and losing more amount of billions of dollars every year. A lot of people are making money from this, but Temu, not on paper, is not making money from this.
It's probably not supposed to.
It's some kind of scam. I don't know exactly how, but I know that they lose on average $7 an order. So everything they ship out costs Temu, the company, $7.
Yeah, but they probably sell everyone's data.
That's what is being alleged in 2 different lawsuits in the U.S.
Yeah,
One
that
by
would
the
make
Attorney
total
General
sense.
of Arkansas.
How else would this work?
Yeah, I mean, it's one allegation. The other way is what I first thought when I first saw it, and the advertising was so aggressive. It's like, oh, advertising works. If you dump as much money as you can and go into debt for 3 years until you are the Chinese schlock company, then you'll have enough market share to make it up over the following years. And maybe that's what they're doing. But that's not what's alleged in these
Lawsuits.
couple lawsuits. Yeah. But it's interesting. You get points for being on the app for amounts of time, and it'll pop things up and be like, press this really quickly, or something will happen, or something won't happen.
That doesn't surprise me.
But it's bullshit. And when I just did the quick A/B test with another app, and it's way cheaper on the other apps.
Yeah.
So the point of the app is to get you addicted and sucked into the app. That's really predatory and horrible. Which is why you need to take Don't Be Evil off the advertising company that you run.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some sort of like, we're not making them do it, that they can apply.
What do you mean?
Like, you got to be pretty technical in a court of law to explain the brain chemical addiction that you're creating.
How are you going to explain a mobile app to a 60-year-old judge?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point. And it's like, so if someone's like, oh, how could you sell this shit? And they're like, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. It sells itself.
Yeah.
Humans are this dumb. Fuck them. Like,
Yeah.
there must be something like that happens.
Yeah, bro.
Just a break in the connection to all the other humans. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You fellas going to do it. Fuck it. Make it worse. It wouldn't take much for that, dude.
In the 90 seconds I used it, it did force me to make a decision within a few seconds, just conditioning my behavior. It gave the appearance of giving me a gift. You know that like salesman tactic where like if you can like whatever, if there's any kind of exchange that takes place, it makes them more like agreeable to you.
Yep.
Whatever, I just found it real fucking filthy. But the advertising that it works, that's the reason the Prime Minister has 7 full-time social media staff. That which is not that's not a waste of taxpayer money. That's all. That's all
how
good.
it works.
Well, because he's CEO of New Zealand, so you
But
gotta spend money on the PR, but even our fucking money.
It's unfortunately, it's the way it's going. It's going to get worse. Like, you've seen that movie Ready Player One?
I think so. Yeah,
Where
my movies kind of bounce off.
They
me,
wear a
man.
VR helmet, a haptic suit, and a omnidirectional treadmill. That's totally coming, bro.
Yeah,
Fellas are already fucking so locked into their games, they might as well be in another world. Fuck it. Put it around them.
yeah.
And
People
so-
would get locked into games even when they weren't like good graphics
That's what I'm
and
saying.
immersive and
That's what I'm
stuff.
saying.
You know?
If they're already doing it, fuck it,
Yeah.
give them it. It's just going to be weird when people are like, where is half the people?
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
they're
it
at
turns
home.
out we don't need them.
But like,
turns out we-
they can work at home and do their thing. We didn't
Yeah.
need them out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be weird, but that's probably the way they look at it, is fuck people. We're already fucking hell-bent on being an encyclopedia self-destructica anyway.
Who's we?
Humans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you were selling all this sort of crap, like Temu,
Yeah.
it's like, fuck them. Everybody I
doesn't-
know doesn't do it.
Yeah. What Temu is not doing is selling products to people who want products. If they lose money on every order, lots of money's changing hands, but Temu's not making money.
Yep.
And they ship junk to people. Like, I don't know, something.
It's just a scam.
Some kind of scam. And maybe it's a data thing, or maybe it's like a regular
You
corporate
wait,
thing.
it'll be
I don't know.
in 2 years, bro. It'll be like Charter School #1, brought to you by
By
Temu.
Temu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
bro. It's the
something
new
like that.
Temu charter school.
Yeah, dude. That'll
Hell
totally
yeah.
be a thing.
Hey, should we do some tunnel talk?
I reckon.
Do you want to take a quick break
Quick
first?
break and then jump into tunnels.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Peace. It's on. Tunnel talk. It's tunnel talk, everybody.
I've got one.
What do you got, bro?
It's different to our normal tunnels, but the
Okay.
spirit is there. And that's
All right.
why I must tell you this. This is from some guy on the internet. Dean Lines. Shot dog. Reckons when he was 14, him and a few mates would wag their French class and hide in the soundproof drum room at lunchtime. Went on for a few weeks. And
Where is this?
I don't know.
It's French class, so it's not in France.
Yeah, so America, England, I don't know. But maybe the clues will
Okay.
show themselves. One day they were in the drum room and they discovered a trap door beneath the carpet on the tiled floor under the drum kit. They opened the trap door. Turns out it was an access hatch to a series of small tunnels giving access to the heating pipes that ran all the way around the school. Small but big enough to get on your hands and knees and crawl around. First day they got 50 meters and turned back.
Mm-hmm.
They were all filthy from being underneath, but it was the shit. They could hear classrooms going on. It became an obsession. The high school was like a horseshoe, symmetrical. Every room had one ring and direct opposite.
Yeah.
The opposite room to the sound of the drum room on the other side of the horseshoe was the vending room, vending machine storeroom.
Okay.
That's where they would keep everything to stock the vending machines. So they were like, if we could get in there, it'd be like Aladdin's cave.
Yeah,
of
they'll
chocolate
heist
and
from in
sweets.
there.
Yeah,
They'll tunnel
this is
in.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
So it would be the perfect heist. The door locked, we'd rock up from beneath the floor, grab as much as we can, sneak back out. Only problem was we had to make the full length of the horseshoe. They'd have to crawl under dozens of classrooms and offices to do this. They planned it like a military operation. It took 3 weeks figuring out how far. It's about a quarter mile. How long could you crawl on your hands and knees? They had torches, changes of clothes, bags, and even a knife to cut through the carpet if they had to. The day comes. 6 of them get there. One would stay in the drum room and go. They reckon 45 minutes we could do this and create an alibi if we needed it. Off they went. This dude was second in line with his mate Maddie just ahead and 3 behind him. Maddie was the first one as he had one of those torches on a headband. This guy, I had some giant upright fake army thing, was weak as shit. Things were off. But now, the heating is on.
Okay.
It wasn't the first couple of times.
Yeah.
All these weeks.
Yeah. How far, does it say how far they are in when the heating's on?
10 minutes deep.
Ooh.
First time the pipes were on, red hot pipes running along inches from their face. What started out with nervous giggling and hushed jokes was now serious as a heart attack and really scary. Under the science labs, you could hear a lesson. They turned the first corner, losing all sight of the drum room light, and that's when the headband torch ran out of batteries. They had to give him the guy coming second to move on. 5 minutes later, it happened. He pushes his hand into something wet and soggy. These are concrete tunnels. It's been dry and dusty. George, shine your torch so I can see what's going on. It was a dead fox. I had pushed my hand through its chest cavity.
Shit.
It was rotting. My hand was black with half-rotten blood flesh, and I started to reach. Maddie, who turns, sees it, thinks it is a fox attacking us, and freaks the fuck out and starts screaming. Everybody loses their shit, bumping into the burning pipes, which makes them scream more in shock and pain with no room to turn. They can only just back up at speed, moving as fast as they can, blind,
And if
bumping into each other.
And if they stand up, they'll sizzle
and if
on
they
the
move to
pipes.
the right or left, they're sizzling on the pipes. So the whole way through, they're just screaming because of the fox attack, and then smashing into the pipes, trying to move backwards 10 minutes deep
and
in
another
the tunnel.
guy who knows what happened screaming because he
put his hand in
Yeah.
the second place, put his hand in the fox, and the first place thinks they're being attacked. So that's when they all start getting out. And yeah, they just keep going all the way back to the drum room. They went under 10 classrooms and everyone could hear all these crazy sounds, but amazingly, they got out and they were never caught. The heist failed, but they lived to fight another day. A week later, we came back even more prepared with stolen gloves and the science masks from the science lab and a dustpan and a brush. Don't know whose idea it was to clean it up, but nothing was going to get between us and that room. So we thought. We're already ducked out of French class the next day when they call an emergency. Turns out, despite the vow of secrecy between us, word had gotten out about the plan. That morning, when the music teacher was preparing for class, she jumps into the drum room and finds 28 kids in the tunnels. Turns out everyone knew about the heist, and it was fucking on.
Yes.
Turns out there was one in the boys' changing rooms, and some kids had found that one too. Yeah,
Yo,
they
they
had
had
to
an
call the
auxiliary.
fire brigade and take a police dog into the tunnels to make sure there was no one in there. It was fucking madness. The entire school was warned off looking for more access points. If anyone did, they would be suspended immediately. And that's what happened at my school.
Did someone send this to you?
No, they found that.
Yo.
Yeah, but Dean Limes was the guy's name.
Nice.
Fucking cool, eh? I
That's a
thought
good
you'd
story.
appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
a pretty awesome one. And just the spirit of tunnels was right there.
Bro, it's just saying yes to the situation.
It would have been so easy to just kick the fucking door in of the vending store room and just
Yeah. Way easier ways to get in there.
Just dead fox on your hand, burning on pipes, putting your ass in your mate's face while getting an ass in your face. Like, just this has all gone so wrong.
The plan was perfect.
Yeah, just to think you crawled into that thing being like, I'm going to get so many lollies. Tunnels and hope is a bad combination
And you-
sometimes.
I didn't hear in any of that what the plan was to conceal how they'd gotten in.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
wasn't one. It was cut through the floor.
Yeah.
And then
And
just
then what?
gap it like ghosts.
And then there'll be a tunnel that you know,
leads to the drum room,
Yeah.
which hopefully you're not fucking
that
in.
you've been probably spending a lot of time in though, right?
But no one knows if you're in there playing drums or not. So now it's everybody that's been in the drum room because it was soundproof.
I suppose. All 28 of them.
And just,
They
just
can't
the
arrest
music.
all of us.
I love the idea that it's like 5 dudes, or 6 of them obsessed with tunnels, and one of them or 2 of them have said something to someone else,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
28 kids get caught.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's-
Just crawling around in the tunnels. Like, they probably didn't even thought of the heist. It's like, you kids get out. You're not getting into that lolly room. And 28 kids are like, lolly room?
Nah, bro, I think the other way around. I think 6 kids are into the tunnels and the rest are in for the lollies.
I don't know. Because you'd have to know. I just love the idea. Romanticize the idea. 28 kids just sick into the tunnel biz.
Yeah. I dig that too.
What you got?
I've got some interesting tunnel talk, maybe about the future of tunneling.
Bring it.
Have you heard of hypertunnel?
No.
George Washington, can you please type in hypertunnel, all one word, hypertunnel.co.uk. If you just scroll down a little bit, the video on the left is pretty enlightening. We don't necessarily have to watch that as we talk, but it's really interesting. So this new breakthroughs in tunneling. So rather than use a big complicated TBM, a tunnel boring machine, which they can take years to design for a specific gig.
Yeah.
Instead, they use smaller machinery to take a bore of like as long as they dare. It might be like, I don't know, it might be 10 meters or something, right? And they take a core that's like 6 inches across or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they know exactly the substrate at every point within that, right? Then they, depending on what kind of tunnel they're making, they'll bore more holes around the perimeter, say about a meter apart and maybe 10 inches diameter and to the same depth. Now, they already know from their core what kind of substrate they'll be dealing with. So they don't have to wait until the machine gets gummed up and change it.
Yeah.
They already know what's going to be there. So they're ahead of any changes in what they're dealing with. Okay. So that once these holes are bored, they line them with HDPE, like hard as plastics, and then they send in the robots. And the idea is they build the tunnel before they dig the tunnel.
What runs the robots?
AI.
Keep going.
Yeah.
You all right?
Okay. So instead of... there's a lot of advantages to what they're doing. The robots that they send in, if you imagine a circle and you split it in half, or like a cylinder split in half, like a piece of firewood. So these robots that they send into these tunnels are half the size of the tunnel, and they have like a twisty thing on the front, which means they pass each other. So you can have multiple robots in these little tunnels at any time.
That's absolutely terrifying.
They're about 3 meters long, right? They are equipped to take on a different payload depending on what they're doing. So they might have a drill that lets them place an anchor, or they might have like an attachment that lets them reach in a borer. And what they're able to do is, depending on the substrate, they're able to, like, you can send it with a payload to do soil fixing, like we talked about with the big dig where they freeze clay and shit so they can deal with stuff. Like, you can put any payload on these robots you want and give it very simple instructions through an AI in the way that an ant colony works. And you can have these things working all in tandem in across, like, whatever, 16, 20 different small tunnels. They build the exterior ring of the tunnel.
Like the mesh?
Yes. And then they do what they say is disrupt the spoil that's in there. Now, there's some speculation on what this means. It might be sound wave technology. Because the entire tunnel is already built in these tiles from these robots that have like dug around and built interlocking structure. So then all you got to do is fuck up what's in between. You don't have to like... So if they like shoot sound waves at it, this is all like... This hasn't come out. Like they haven't said exactly how they do it. Yeah, but then once the spoil is disrupted, you can pull it all out. There's so many advantages to doing it this way. And a major one is that...
I'm so pissed off they're going to work out how to shoot one of these at me as a bullet before I get to see one of these tunnels made.
There's people using robots to kill people, for sure. And there's some using it to protect people, which is what this is. Like, ever since the first tunnel boring machine was invented...
I want a suit made out of the robots that make tunnels.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man. But
I understand that. Yeah. We'd have to scale them down a little bit.
Nah.
You got big 3 meter long tunneling robots crawling on you.
Yep, at all times.
When the first tunnel boring machine was invented, which is what I was researching initially,
Fuck that.
It's a shield to protect human tunnelers, like human miners and stuff that are in there. And that's essentially what a tunnel boring machine still is. Like, it's a massive shield that tunnels through rock, but you've still got to have guys in there working. This is the first alternative to that.
That's
There's like
so cool.
swarms of these robots that work in these tubes, and they can... Yeah,
That's
bro,
freaky,
it's
though.
fucking wild, right?
Nanobot sort of...
Not nanobots. They're
No,
big,
but
they work as a hive.
Yeah, but the
So
way
they're
that
proposing,
the way you see nanobots in movies and cartoons and shit is a hive. Swarm thing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's crazy.
That's pretty hard out,
That's
right?
cool, bro.
Yeah, bro. There's all kinds of advantages to it. Like, so if you were to build a tunnel, say through a mountain range, you'd pick the hardest point, like the part where you needed the most amount of support, and you'd build the whole tunnel that way. You're like, we need shit this thick to hold this tunnel together, you'd use that the whole way. If you use these robots and this core sampling, you can make the best of the substrate that's there. If you've got something that's really hard and stable that you don't need to mess with that much, you know that. And if it's bullshit that you need to fill in or alter in some way, you can do that.
We've looked up completely different shit, eh?
Yeah. This is the additive manufacturing of the tunneling space.
Can I have a bourbon?
No.
There's more.
Then yes. Do you have any tunnel talk?
I had a couple little ones that I just looked at briefly because I was pretty sure you were going to bring the thunder, which you fucking have.
Hell yeah.
There's one called the Tower Tunnel in Japan. Have you? Oh, so it's like a series of skyscrapers in the city, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna run this fucking freeway this way," and the guy that owned the apartment building, so story goes, is he was like, "Yeah, no, I want my apartment building. How high is it?" And they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be this high off the ground," and he's like, "I'll just take those floors out, so you get that."
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, so this
They
just
tunneled through the building.
they tunneled through the building for the expressway. Yeah, and apparently they've brought in the like top
When you-
audio or top audio engineers in Japan.
I was gonna
If
ask.
you live in the apartments around it, you can't
Hear it, bro.
Yeah, that's
Hell
perfect.
yeah.
It's
That's cool as hell, dude.
It's so Japanese. I love it. Hey,
Yeah, bro.
why don't we just do this? Like, yeah, that's a great idea.
That's
And
super
then
cool.
there was some other funny ones like tunnel log, which is a tree fell across the road and they cut a big hole in it so you can keep driving through. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That's in America somewhere.
Yeah.
The tunnel of love in Ukraine, which
The
is all trees.
Okay.
Not what I think of when I think of Ukraine.
Not what I think of when I think of Tunnel of Love.
Yeah. And then there's tunnel rock, which is the same as the log, but a rock. And then... Do you want to see that one? Because it's...
Go on then. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That's a dolmen, I
Yeah.
believe.
And then tunnel of fish, which cracked me up because I'm pretty sure Kelly Tarleton's had one of them.
A tunnel of fish?
Yeah.
I don't remember the
Conveyor belt
name.
where you get
Yeah, I remember the...
You're in a
Yeah, that's a... Yeah.
tunnel.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but there wasn't much more that I was like, oh, the Chinese one, that was pretty cool.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Guaoliang?
Can't
tunnel?
say it, wasn't allowed.
Guaoliang tunnel?
I said
to
it,
say it
and
with
I
that
tried to say it,
inflection at
and
the end.
Google. I tried to say it, and Google went, bro. I said it with a J.
Look,
Welsh wrangling.
yeah. That last one that's worth a deep dive.
Oh.
I'd love to know the story of that.
I want to know if the tunnel through the apartment building is real. Like, and in the way that the guy was like, "Do you have to? Can't you just put it through the building?" You're like, "How high is it?" And they're like, "We totally put it through the building.
Yeah,
We didn't know
yeah.
that was an option." And he's just like, "Yeah, do
Yeah,
that."
I'll work with you, and it won't
Yeah.
cost you any more money or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah,
or
and
depending, I don't know.
I think
what
it's
their system's
awesome.
like. That is pretty cool. Hey, look, this has been Tunnel Talk, everybody. It's been fun.
What are we at?
It's hour 8.
Sweet. I think we're done.
Yeah, man.
Peace. Closing statement.
Yes,
Yeah, he's a fucking groomer.
obviously a groomer. Good night, everybody. I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire. An underground tube, the dank and the gloom.